What's good, everybody? How we all doing on this fine day? Christ Almighty, I know. How we all doing? If you haven't seen, no, what's good? Why not? What happened? We've only just got live, bro. What happened? Tell me what happened. On a very serious note, though, guys, for people that did not view or refuse to view this dark. There we go. Right now, guys, your chance to watch something very dark and very interesting about dolphins. Okay? Hang on. Ooh. Oh, we have just lost a like. Oh well. But welcome, people. It's your chance to go and watch something very unique and very interesting on my channel. Which is to do with dolphins, rightly so. But if you are squeamish or you are not a fan of dolphins or you love dolphins, then maybe the actual video itself will be very daunting to you guys. As dolphins aren't this this lovely image that we all paint. It is very different from how we paint dolphins. So dolphins do have a very dark hidden secret, which is a very well documented, factor to why dolphins are considered very much not so friendly or to the faint-hearted as we like to imagine dolphins to be. So go and check out the video. It does help a lot if you are interested about dolphins. But like I say, it is a disclaimer that you guys will be in for a hell of a shock when we say that dolphins have that factor. What's good? But as I say, dolphins are not as friendly or as, special as we make them out to be. While you're here in my live stream, do make sure that you are liking and making sure that you share my live stream so more people get a chance to view, our stream. I love these facts you're telling. We did only a good couple of hours ago post a, very dark fact about dolphins, which will terrify you guys. The only fact I'll give in for you guys, which not many people know, is that dolphins get high off pufferfish, off their toxins. So that is a way of them getting high, but that's not the thing that makes these guys so evil. It is actually vastly different from how we all view dolphins. See what you guys have actually not knew about dolphins, and it is a proven fact, and if anybody wants to challenge it, do feel free to. I know, bro. I'm still working on that, but happy birthday to you, bro. I hope you have a lovely birthday. I did see your shorts, so we hope that you are having a good birthday. What's good? Dolphins. So but like I say, we are still working on the comment side of this situation I keep having. Not a lot, bro. Hope you're doing well. But as I say, dolphins are evil and very much disturbing little things. Yes, we know they get high off pufferfish, which is a fact, but it's also documented. And if you don't like this fact I'm about to tell, that has actually been already posted on my shorts. Here's the fact in case. Do you wear glasses? No, bro. I don't. Dolphins use dead fish as a sexual object. Correct. You've heard that right. And that is the most disturbing thing dolphins do. But it's not the only thing they do that is disturbing. There is lots more evidence to suggest that, dolphins aren't as friendly as we like to think they are. So if that really did grim your whole expectations, I'm sorry you guys had to hear that, but it is a very true fact. You can go and Google it. It is an actual fact that dolphins do use fish that are dead as a sexual object. Disgusting, right? But as part of nature, we all believe that nature can never be disgusting or gross or, dark. But in reality, do you drink a lot of alcohol then? No, bro, but I think you have problems because if I was drinking, I wouldn't be here. Sorry, bro. And well-worn discussions of somebody being a troll, it doesn't really work. Anyway, so yes, dolphins are also very unique in their own way, but they're very dark and very grim. So that's the reality of dolphins. They do have dark histories, just like, meerkats have dark history because meerkats are baby killers. Simple. But that is nature for you at its finest. There's lots of things to discover when it comes to nature, and it will always be a scary reality that as much as we like to think that animals are cute and never do no wrong, you're all very much mistaken. And that is just how it goes. But there's always something to learn. And for me, I love giving the shock value when it comes to most animal facts and everything else. So, like I say, if you want to learn about dolphins, you want to learn about these guys, and you want to learn the scary shit that dolphins do, as well as what they like to do with dead animals, then we can give you more interesting facts about dolphins through another video / live stream it as well, because I think it's also very interesting that people forget that, there are more to life than just knowing how tall animals are, if they're vulnerable, if they're, endangered or whatever. There's so much to learn, even through the dark sides of nature to the very much beautiful, bizarre, grim. And that's just how it goes. There's never a dull moment to miss out on what is particularly the most interesting side of nature. So as I say, while you're in here and you're watching, please do go and, like and subscribe. You twat. It's okay though. It is okay. But like I say, you guys have been warned though that the video that was posted is quite graphic and very much detailed about dolphins. I know some of you are trying to troll. I know. We will get rid of you because I don't really want you in here. So bye. And as I say, there is always, mate, they've been doing it for quite a while. It is so frustrating how many times I've had to fix it. Then as soon as I think it's fixed, it goes back to square one. It is just a bloody minefield. It's annoying as hell. So yeah, I'm sorry that's happening for many people, but I'm trying, bro, and that's all I can do is keep trying. It's always gonna be a try and fix and try and fix. I can't do much more than that. You feel me? But on the contrary, there's always wonders on nature. So if you like nature, make sure you are liking this live stream and also share with your friends. But as I say, people, dolphins are very much sick individuals as they are dark. They're not so friendly and not even so much PG as people like to make them out to be. As I say, dolphins love using dead fish as sex objects, which is bleh. But it's a true fact. It is such a true fact. So for all of you that get scarred over fish, and especially dead fish and what dolphins do to them, then I genuinely think you need to not watch the video. Simple as. And we've been doing, YouTube for quite a long, not yeah, quite a fair bit of time. We're still very much invested in doing YouTube, and giving you guys animal facts has always been a key passion of mine to give you guys some interesting and very much disturbing shit that you guys wish you learn, let alone interesting facts in general. Just like how I say that, gorillas, when they're happy, they will bark. It is a very, very true fact that they will do that. And obviously, when you think about ladybirds, a lot of you will love ladybirds, and ladybirds are cute, and they do play dead to avoid, birds from eating them, all the way to fucking spiders. It is so weird that my light keeps going on and off, on and off, on and off. I know there's a lurker in here, and I know you're just trying to like and unlike. It doesn't bother me. It just shows immaturity and very much brain rot behavior. If that is you doing that and you know who you are, just piss off, because it's not even that cool. It's very boring. It's the same shit going unlike. It doesn't matter. No one cares. I'm sorry to say, you're not even that interesting enough for me to worry about. Try harder though, yeah? But as I say, there is always a beautiful element of learning as you go along, and the key fact for me is to, if I can give you guys a woo factor or something beautiful for you guys to learn, I've done my job. Even if it's just telling you about dolphins and how they are grim in their own right, I've done my job. So you guys are going to be learning something very, 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 very dark when it comes to these guys. And there's more to come. And it will be very interesting to see everyone's, reaction to it. I know it is quite a graphic and very much disturbing fact about dolphins, but trust me, it is something that is very highly interesting. And I love the fact, while we're talking about, marine life, and we talk about, this bizarre world of the sea, I saw a video of somebody claiming that a wild orca had tried to threaten to kill a human. Well, there's never really been any case of any humans dying in the wild of a killer whale. It is proven that in captivity that yes, people have died by killer whales in captivity, but not in the wild. Although they are very dangerous and very much complex, predators. Yes, rightly so. But it doesn't mean that they're going to go out the way to kill you in the wild. And it's been proven time and time again that there's no actual evidence to suggest that an orca would kill somebody in the wild. They may have fun, pushing a boat around or trying to, sink boats, which has been proven that orcas have been enjoying sinking boats and making them crash and burn. But again, nobody has ever really died in the hands of an orca in the wild. No actual evidence, no suggestion to prove that orcas have even fatally tried to attack a human or even try to, playfully hunt a human. Doesn't happen. It's never been a proven fact. And therefore, when you see people claim, oh, this person died in the wild with an orca, I'm sorry, there's never been a proof or documentation of that. And if there ever was document proof, I'm pretty sure everyone would really ideally be knowing about this sooner rather than later. That's why it's so important to understand your facts about nature and understand that when it comes to marine life, yes, some animals can actually kill you in the sea and some can't. And orcas are no exception to the fact that, yes, they could. It is, bro. And this is why I say it's so important to do your research when it comes to nature. That's why I love the idea that people have assumptions over killer whales, especially when it comes to hunting humans And killing humans is just not, it's just not a thing that happens in the wild. It is more in captivity that you would actually see orcas kill people in captivity, but not in the wild. It is just not proven. So yes, you are right. It is a load of nonsense, and people do have this weird, bizarre attitude towards nature, especially when it comes to certain things. In fact, not all animals are going to go out their way to harm people. Not all nature is going to, want to attack humans. In fact, there's been a lot of evidence to suggest that even some wild animals will defend humans when it is needed and warranted. And there are cases of that where you'll see deers try and protect, people. There has been proven facts that even wolves can protect people at times, but it is never a guarantee factor that is always going to happen. So just because we paint animals in a certain light or a certain way doesn't mean that they don't have morals themselves, and they will go out to protect themselves. It's like with dogs. Yeah, dogs will go out the way to protect humans regardless. But again, it proves that animals can do what right at times. Not always, but sometimes they will actually protect humans when necessary. So, people have this weird attitude of, oh, animals are dangerous. Animals will, do this, this, and this, and this. As much as that may be true, some of the time it can also be vice versa, meaning that they can sometimes protect humans, and it has been proven time and time again. There's two sides of every story. That's why I think people need to really understand the complexity of how animals work, And I remember seeing so many times of how animals can be heroes. Like, for example, I remember reading somewhere there was a pig that actually saved a person's life, just by standing in the middle of the road just to seek help, and made that person go to the victim that was suffering bad to go and get help. Pigs get it, dogs get it. Even dogs have come out of their way to, help injured people or whatever. So, it does happen on rare occasions that you least expect it. And it is phenomenal. It really is. And I love the fact that people will look back and go, yeah, that was a really interesting event. So nature can surprise you. Animals can surprise you in the most unique and bizarre way, And for me, this is why I love doing YouTube, because I can teach. This is why I love YouTube, because I can teach people all of the most interesting things about nature that people don't always see or always hear. And it is vastly interesting to me. This is why I love what I do. I'm not doing YouTube just to be famous or anything like that. No, I just love talking about nature. I love giving you guys the most interesting facts about nature that I know you guys will love and appreciate. Even if it's the very dark subjects about dolphins or meerkats or whatever, you guys will get everything in one package when it comes to nature. And I love the idea of giving that and making sure that it's a very, special moment, And that is what we love. We love to elevate and show people that actually these guys are special in their own way. And that's what makes nature so, so beautiful. It's giving everything a place to be shined. And I love that. So you guys will always see the beautiful sides of nature that you guys never thought were possible. And like I say, while you're in here, make sure you are liking the live stream, sharing with your friends, so they can learn new shit about nature that will blow their minds away. I love doing it because it's something that I've always been passionate about. Even when I was younger, I used to watch David Attenborough, a lot of National Geographic and everything else. I just love talking about animal facts and giving you guys the most unique side of nature. Yo, what's good, bro? And that is the element side of nature, is really elevating to new heights to show you guys that as much as nature can also be beautiful, it can be so, so dark, like dolphins can be dark. So if you haven't seen my video on my shorts, I recommend you go and watch it, because that will really show everything you need to know about dolphins. And there's still more to come when it comes to dolphins. I'm not even fucking done yet with dolphins. There is still much more darkness to reveal when it comes to these guys. And then it'll be on to meerkats, because I want to scare you guys as much as I want to woo you guys. I also want to give you that, oh my God. You know, I really want to make that factor a reality, so that you guys really understand what I mean, that nature can be very, very brutal as well as very beautiful. Okay? Yo, what's good, everybody that has just come in? Make sure that you're liking, make sure that you are also sharing, also good stuff. I've been watching lately because I just adopted a kitten. Lovely. How many vids do you post a day? I've been posting quite a fair bit, lad, to be fair. Fair bit. Go and check out my shorts. It's all there, bro. Every video is down there, bro. Yo, Andrew, what's good? So yeah, we've been posting a lot, bro. A lot. We have, you know, been doing a fair amount. We've done cats. If you are interested in house cats, I have a video on my shorts and in general on house cats. And you guys will be shocked if you guys can really see the true value of house cats and how beautiful they are. What's happening, brother? Not a lot, bro. We are here. We are live. We're just talking about dolphins. Yo, bro, you might want to check out my video on the dolphins. And I say this as a cautionary. For people that have just come in, which I've seen, you guys are going to be fucking blown away, but you'll be grossed out. Dolphins, we know that they are so fascinatingly beautiful. Yeah, but this fact will make you throw up. So for anybody that is actually eating or drinking, I suggest you put your drink and food down. When I say that dolphins, and it is a proven fact that dolphins use dead fish as sex objects. No shit. Okay? That is a very true fact that if you don't believe me, you can Google it, because it will still come out as the same. It is very dark that they will use dead fish, and dolphins are not as friendly as you all think they are. So there you go. Hope your tea or your drink or anything like that hasn't been ruined, but if you came in while eating that shit, I'm sorry to say. Facts. Dolphins aren't as friendly as we like. And if a woman is on that time of the month, don't let her go swimming with dolphins. Exactly. But dolphins do use, like I say, dead fish as sexual objects. Okay? But in terms of dolphins humping humans, I don't think I've ever heard that as a person. I know they're into some very freaky shit, but I don't think I've ever really encountered difference between dolphins and what? Oh, I never heard of that species that you got underneath, bro. There's still so many. There's so many species out there that we're still learning and still getting to know. So, what happened, bro? Faz, I will Google that. Hang on, let me screenshot that because I'm quite curious. Like, I know it's a species of sea animal. I just never really seen one or like actually got to see what it physically looks like. Oh, for fuck's sakes! Now we're back. No, we're still okay. Yeah, we're back. So yeah, I know it's a sea animal. Just never ever seen one in person or what they look like. You know what I mean? I will Google that to see what they look like because it'd be very curious. I'm very curious. So people, like I say, 100. I will, bro. Nature does not shock me though. This is the thing that people forget, is that nature can never really shock me, because I have, learned a lot about nature in terms of most things, but there's still more things to discover and learn and really grasp a handle. So for most animals that I've never heard of course I'm gonna genuinely look at and, go all in to study it and really understand the complexity of the animal, because I'm a nerd for nature. So when it comes to new animals and new stuff, of course I'll go out. How do I be a mod? You have to be properly 18 over and you're not to be a twat. That's how it goes. We can't have no twats, and we definitely do not want underage. It's more like a I will definitely, if I can get more information on them, I'm gonna do a fat fucking video on it, and I mean a fat fucking video, to scare the shit out of people, as well as giving them some interesting facts that, breaks the grim to the beautiful. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break that down as a whole, and I'm gonna learn as much as I can with that species, and then we will do a video on it. 1000%. It'll take me a bit of time to really, do like a deep dive, because I like to deep dive into all species. Let me just spell something. What do you want to spell, bro? So yeah, we are a deep diver. I do like deep diving on nature. You go ahead and spell what you need to spell, bro. Okay. I love how he just spells K. Just K. I love that. But yeah, with everything we do, we like to really do back history fact checks, because I don't want to be talking about nature that is falsely incorrect or madly misleading. I don't like that. I like to really come with the facts and back it up by talking about it, and boom. Fact checking is always important when it comes to nature, because you don't want to, give fake hope. I do shorts and video per day. That's good for you, bro. And I noticed you were saying that quite a fair bit, to be fair. You were commenting on, I think, 2 of my posts saying that. I know you do. And that's good, bro. I'm glad that you are building what you love and appreciating what you love doing. You feel me? I do a screen record. Okay. Screen record. Interesting. I hope you're not screen recording my information though, because it'd be a bit weird. Can't lie. But as I say, where was I? I literally forgot where the fuck I was. Chat, where was I? What was I saying before I lost track? Can somebody remind me again what I was fucking talking about? Because I actually did just lose what I was saying. I actually can't remember what the fuck I was saying. Can somebody please just give me a little briefing of what I was saying, so I can get back to the topic? Shit, I don't know. Was it about deep diving? Like, talk about nature and deep diving. Oh, that's right. I remember now, about fact checking. Yes, that's right. I just remembered it before I forget. Yes, when it comes to fact checking everything, I will always make sure that my source that I give information is accurate and on point. Because like I say, there are some, people that will give animal facts and will genuinely mislead or misled everything that was being spoken about that species of animal. So when it comes to me, I always make sure I do a thorough background check, so I know what I'm saying is accurate. That's why when it came to dolphins having sex with dead fish is an accurate statement, and it's a very well documented fact. So it is there for people to Google, and if people don't believe, then go ahead and Google it. But don't be surprised what the fuck you'll find. But it is so important and vastly important that when you're doing everything, that you're real and you're very much telling the truth on point, because like I say, one slip, one cock up can cost everything. It doesn't matter how you try to reverse the cards of saying, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. No, you have to fact check everything before you speak your truth, And that's why I love what I do, because I always do my research. Before I do a video or before I give information to you guys, I always do a good thorough check on animal facts. So therefore, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And not only that, I also work with nature. So being in a zoo and learning all that I need to know about nature in terms of lions, tigers, jaguars, leopards, whatever, I have done the research from being in the zoo all the way to reading in books, documentaries, the whole 9 yards. There's one documentary I think a lot of people would love to watch, and I think it's one of my favorite documentaries of all times. And I will say this because it is fascinating. It is called The Shark Whisperer, and it is on, I believe it's The Shark Whisperer, it's The Shark Whisperer. And it's to do with a woman that is so heavily passionate about sharks that she goes out of her way to want to protect these species of sharks. And she, even though she's not, a world-profound expert, she eventually does her homework. And because she's so heavily invested and so knowledgeable, that she becomes, the person to protect different species of sharks. And it is on Netflix. So if you have Netflix and you love documentaries about, sharks or marine life, The Shark Whisperer is one of the best documentaries I've ever seen of a woman that was so passionate about what she does and swimming with sharks. And some of the, I'm not even lying when I say this, some of the sharks she has swam with is amazing. Well, RIP my other Andrew account. Okay. So yeah, that is my recommendation, The Shark Whisperer. You guys will love that. Thank me later, because like I say, the visuals, the whole 9 yards of what this person does to go and save these sharks is unmatched and so raw, and you can really feel the energy of what this person does. I love it. And I have watched that documentary more than 3 times and I never get bored of it. It is so fucking amazing. And it reminds me, watching that documentary always reminded me that this is what I was meant to do. Because I remember, being young, I've always wanted to work with animals. So to watch a documentary like that has always reminded me that it was my calling, it was my passion, it's something that I wanted to do. And that is something that's always stuck with me. So watching that documentary reminds me of 2 things. 1, that it was my calling, and 2, of the passion I have for nature and why I'm so passionate about what I do. So like I say, go and watch The Shark Whisperer and let me know how you guys found that documentary, because I'm telling you, it is unmatched and it is so pure and real. I love it. From a woman that had nothing to lose but had so much to prove is mind-blowing. And it is a true statement that you can do whatever you want to do in life if you put your heart and soul into it. Dreams are there to be captured, and when you watch that documentary, you will understand what I mean by dreams are meant to be traced. She traced a dream so well and so delicately. I love it. So it's a very heartwarming, beautiful moment, Can never get any better than that. I am like above 18, so can I be a mod, as you said? Well, think about it, bro, because we still got to do, a few things. We got to make sure that you are legit and that you're not being a plum. And not only that, we have to be careful with mods because, again, as much as, okay, you might be 18, I still don't want to risk having somebody be a moderator and just kick every Tom, Dick, and Harry out or whatever. You've got to have a bit of experience with being a moderator, and you got to understand what you're looking out for. You know what I mean? That's no disrespect to you, bro, but it's just I need somebody that is reliable, always on point, knows what they're looking out for when it comes to trolls and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? If you can do that, experience, you said, yep, You got to have experience in understanding how to deal with trolls. Because trolls, they're nasty little shits. And you got to be always in my live stream when I go live. You know, obviously, if you've got stuff going on, that's calm, it's whatever. But yeah, when I'm live, it's always important to show up when you can to, you know, kick out trolls when at other game. I don't think this is an 18-year-old, you know. Oh, well, fuck it. As I say, though, everything is beautiful when you learn everything, especially through documentaries. So people that love nature and you guys want to see some beautiful shit, you will see that 1000%. And not only that, I want to do a nighttime stream. Yeah, I really want to do that because I want to bring a bit of night stream to my channel so you guys can see some really cool animals that come out to play at night. And if you see a hedgehog or whatever, we'll be there. Well, there's a kind of managing moderator rank. Yes, there is. We'll put you on as a trial, lad. We'll put you on as a trial. We'll see how you get on. I'm going to put you as a standard. And if you do well, then yeah, we'll keep you. But as I say, we've got to make sure that you kick out the trolls or the negative comments because we're not here for negativity. We're only here to learn and educate and so on and so forth. So you're on your trial. Okay? So yes, people. Lots to learn. Lots of beautiful things to experience in nature. Every beautiful thing. And it has always been an honor for me to share my passion, share my knowledge with all of you guys. It's insane to see everybody, you know, come through and show the love and the passion for nature. It is crazy to me that all of you come in, you learn something new, you get hyped, you get excited, all that sort of shit. It's beautiful, man. It is so beautiful. And it's small moments in life that make a big difference. You feel me? So I'm always blessed and I'm always humbled to learn something. And the thing is, even doing live streams is also fucking difficult because you're doing shit in real time. But not only that, you are competing against millions and millions and millions of people. And I'm not bothered about that. I'm not trying to compete over shit. No. I'm just happy to, you know, come on a live stream, give you guys some animal facts, as well as promote some of my videos and everything else. So you guys get the best, you know, feel for what I do. Give you guys my passion, my love for what I do. That's what matters the most. You feel me? And if you love what you do, then nothing else really matters. You don't have to worry about the views. You don't have to worry about anything else. It's just what you love doing. That is the key for me, is to always stay positive. Some people are trolls. They are. And this is why I don't acknowledge them. When I see their comments, I just ignore it because I know my moderators are going to be there to kick them out. So it's okay. You know what I mean? That's why I keep doing what I do, because I don't give a shit about what people say in terms of nature or what I'm doing on YouTube. It's whatever, man. You know? The mods have the platform to kick them out, you know? But as I say, it's a beautiful, beautiful experience. And being part of YouTube is such a blessing. It really is. To be able to show a lot of beautiful things around nature really does scream hello. That's, yeah, 24 hours is a hell of a long time, lad. So you're on a trial. If you do well, then you'll go higher in the rank, okay? But you're on a trial day. This is what we call trialing, for a few days to see how you get on. You know what I mean? That's all it is, lad. We're trialing you. But 24 hours is a hell of a long time. Bruv, don't vape. I know, but still. I'm slowly trying to give up vaping, but it is very difficult. But thank you for your concern. Much appreciate your concern there. But yes, we are trying to quit. You already said that, bro, and I already said thank you for your concern. You get me? That is what I just said. If you had heard the first time, you didn't need to spam the second. Simple. We're putting you on timeout, lad. Piss off. Someone's already said that once. Don't need to say it again, or the second, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth, or the sixth time. So yes, people. Word. Exactly. No, you didn't do anything. It was the person that came in and said it again after you already said it. So you're not kicked out. It's the only person that was trying to say it again after you said it. You know what I mean? That's why I said bollocks. Right. I am going to get going because I need to charge my phone, and I've been doing live streaming for 41 minutes, but I'll be back later to do another live stream. As I say, thank you all so much for coming out today, and much appreciated. You guys are all legends, and yeah, like and subscribe. If they're a nasty troll, you kick them out for 24. If they're not so much of a nasty troll, then kick them out later. Not TYU. What are you on about, Mr. Bob? Mr. Bob. What are we on about, bro? What happened, bro? Before I get going, I want to know. Did he fall over? You didn't miss much, Justin. I am about to leave because my phone's about to die. But as I say, go and check out my recent video, all that sort of good stuff. I will be back live later though, Justin. So if you want to see me again live, do pop in. I'll be live streaming around about midnight, maybe 1. Sorry, what? That's the funniest troll we've ever seen. Can't lie, but yeah, I'll be back later around about midnight, hopefully. Maybe a little bit later, or maybe 1